Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Anditesh Ordo, and today I'm going to be talking about a couple of test team ideas for the meta, or test for the meta, because I've seen them work out really well against the current meta. So I'm going to go right into it. So first off, I'm going to look at this team really quick. I don't have the actual team built. I should have, but it's too late. So, pretend R2D2 is Chopper. Yes, Chopper. And pretend Ahsoka Fulcrum is Thrawn. There, there is this guy that's on YouTube that does videos of different teams. And, he does really good. He does really good with these teams. So they'll either be Akbar-led teams, or if they want to substitute Akbar out for another character, like Commander Luke Skywalker, and then put General Kenobi as lead, then that's the team, essentially. And so, playing off of that, I noticed that there was a lot of people that like using, or at least that guy, I think it's like Mitsurugi or something. But the best way to look it up is, look up Star Wars Galaxy Heroes or SWGOH Indestructible Chopper, and then you'll find his videos. Granted, I will also, once the video is uploaded, I'll add the link in the description below to one of his videos, talking about, what his videos do. And they're really good. Like, it seems like they really do well, especially since, in one of the games where it's, oh no, it's Commander Luke that's the lead in this one. It's Commander Luke, R2, or not R2, Chopper, BB-8, Thrawn, and General Kenobi. And that team, is a really good team for the most part. And the only character he loses, ironically, General Kenobi. Chopper taunts a lot, and he's really close to losing Chopper. Super close. But because a lot of his team, or a lot of characters don't have the, avoid, because, Chopper, when he taunts, he gives evasion up. So a lot of characters were kind of dodging, missing, or they weren't doing enough damage. Plus, he kept throwing up protection up on himself, which, it'd be kind of cool to see some more tanks just, kind of do that. When they taunt, they throw some protection up. Gamorrean Guard does that. So why not see some more of that? Maybe some other tanks could be updated just by, when they taunt, they also give protection up to themselves. So, but going back to it, so this is another team I thought of testing. And that is the Akbar-led team with R2D2 instead of Chopper, mainly because there's survivability in that, in a sense. So yeah, R2D2, BB-8, General Kenobi, and then none other than Ahsoka Fulcrum. The reason why I'm looking at this is because BB-8's Illuminate Destiny, his Illuminate Destiny throws up, let's see, how many... let's see. BB-8 takes damage, foresight up. Oh, that's wrong ability. I'm not reading right. So, dispel all buffs on allies, expose all enemies, and then all allies gain 80% turn meter and gain advantage. That's 1. Critical chance up. 2. Critical damage up. 3. Offense up. 4. Speed up for 4 turns. And that's 5. Droid resistance also gain recover 20% protection. So, that's always nice. So Chopper also recovers protection, 20% protection. The ability starts on cooldown. Whenever droid ally scores a critical hit, reduces cooldown by 1. So yeah. And that's 5 abilities. And that's 5 abilities for Ahsoka's whirlwind to consume. But there's also Meditate, which also gives Foresight and Retribution. That's 7. That's a lot. Oh, also, I forgot Chopper, or BB-8's new bonus effect. Secret Intel, that bonus. That's 8. That's 8 abilities right there off of this team. If you're not counting also Akbar's... I don't have the names right off. Tactical Genius. So that's 9. Just 9. 9 bonuses that can be consumed by Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum's Whirlwind. This is kind of the team that we've been needing for Ahsoka Fulcrum. Yes, I know this is a light side team. We can't do anything about that. But for the most part, yeah, this is the team that would actually help. Chopper, yes, would work with, dispelling. But for the most part, General Kenobi, as an Akbar-led team, you get that ninth ability. And then you could just, meditate, whirlwind, knock out a character with simple ease. And without Akbar, that'd be 8 throughout the group, if I counted it right. And then you can swap over General Kenobi for lead, and then you run Thrawn as the side, so you can fracture, and you could, deal with a taunter that way. That would be your kind of dispeller as well. The reason why I think they actually ran Chopper instead of R2 is that extra dispel effect, the taunt effect. So you'd have essentially the team would have 2 taunters, 2 dispellers if you had Thrawn in the team in place of like Ahsoka. But this is just a team I want to share just to see if some people can pick up on the idea, start watching it, and go like that. I will admit, if I had a test account, I would love to actually practice with these teams, see how well they do between auto and between manual, obviously, and then see how long they last against another team. So yeah, it's a really good good idea for a team. But another character. What's interesting is another character. Because Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum has to dispel all buffs on her that are one of each unique. That's not a taunt. So she can't dispel 3 heal overtimes, kind of stuff like that. Three protections, something like that, for example. However, there is a character that does, and that has a similar feel to Boba Fett and Darth Vader. And that character, weirdly enough, I've been thinking about it, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong if this would actually work the best way it would be, is Geonosian Spy. His Silent Strike. Of course, you would want to make sure you have Thrawn on the team, because Thrawn's basic gives a buff to an enemy, and will speed up, for example. And if he would give that speed up, that would give Geonosian Spy a chance to well, let's read it and you'll see what I mean. So deal physical damage to target enemy. If they have a positive status effect, dispel all status effects on Geonosian Spy and target. So that also includes negative status effects from if the way it's read. And deal 40% more damage for each effect dispelled. So if they had some negative status effects like R2, flamed him up, and a few other, and then BB-8 uses his Illuminate Destiny. Boom, there's a lot of positive and negative status effects. Thrawn uses the speed up on the target you want to kill, and then Geonosian Spy follows up with potentially killing the enemy. That's 40% more damage for each effect dispelled. So if they have 5 from Illuminate Destiny plus, maybe Geonosian Spy does stealth a lot, so that's 6. And then you get, say they have 3 negative status effects, 7, 8, 9, and then the 1 positive status effect, 10. Or if they're a tank, 10, maybe 11. Like Baze, for example, that's 11. So 40% more damage for each of those buffs. So that's good. That's high damage. Now, again, from the way I'm reading this, it says, come on, get over there. If they have a positive status effect, so say they had speed up, for example, you dispel all status effects on Geonosian, all status effects. That's positive and negative, if that's the way it's read properly. So that means if I have negative status effects like Vader's, AoE, negative status effects on Geonosian Spy and the target, the way it's read, it seems like that's the case. And I think that's how it works. I don't know. I don't have Geonosian Spy to actually test. I have in the past ran against a arena. I think it was either arena or I think it was an arena team. course, that was a team back in the day when I didn't really have the best of arena teams. I didn't have like Wigs or Chase or anything like that. My team was Akbar. It was a crappy team. Akbar, Luminara, Old Daka, Chewbacca, and Royal Guard. That was my team. And yes, I could have, had better mods on the team, of course, but that team got destroyed by the all Geonosian and a B2 Super Battle Droid team. That was crazy. But for the most part, yes, Geonosian Spy is a optional, character, and I feel like he's being overlooked. If, the way I'm reading it and understanding it, and I could be correct with it or incorrect, let me know in the comments below. Geonosian Spy might actually be another dark side team member to throw in. So you have 3 light side, like General Kenobi lead, BB-8, Chopper or R2-D2, then Thrawn and Geonosian Spy, and see how well that type of team would work in a meta. See actually if Geonosian Spy works that way. Of course, you want to make sure if you're about to use Geonosian Spy's ability, you want to make sure you're using basic off of Thrawn, unless they already have a buff that you're targeting. Like, we do massive damage against a tank, though. That's pretty good. But again, that's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. Gain stealth at the start. Ally inflicts negative status effects against So yeah, that is Geonosian Spy and a couple of teams I'm throwing out there, just to see what people can build to beat the current meta that has Commander Luke and all that. And this would be a viable team. Like, yeah, you're only using like 2 Rebels, 3 light side. Especially the last team I mentioned, General Kenobi, BB-8, R2 or Chopper, then Thrawn and Geonosian Spy. That would be a really interesting team to work with, because you're throwing buffs up left and right. Which one character I'm surprised. I will admit, one character I'm surprised that's not, because there's so much buffs going around. Why is this guy not being used? It's like no team's really fitting him in, other than, you try to get a droid team with BB-8. No team is really fitting this guy in. And it's kind of sad. He could be better. Yeah, he could be boosted a little bit, but yeah, his basic dispels, all damage, or dispels all positive status effects. I would think also if he would actually be used better if he had his mode down also wasn't evaded. That might actually make the difference, because there's a lot of also foresight going around. So that might actually help B2 Super Battle Droid. This ability can't be evaded, and he mows down. So yeah. But again, that's the teams I'm talking about. Let me know if anyone is able to make them. Again, like I said, I would like to build these teams. I'm kind of in the process of that. It takes time, resources, especially since I unlocked General Kenobi. I'm glad to unlock General Kenobi finally. I thank you, Guild, for that. I've been helping as much as I could. But yeah, again, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day.